Jazzmatazz, street soul. We're gonna take it to the next level. Teach you about the history of jazz on some real shit. I got the house of Dre with me. My man DJ Cat on the 1 and 2. Check it out. The Sicuramente sound happening.
How was born in your life, in your artistic life, the idea to make a fusion between hip hop and jazz?
Well, with Gangstar, with my partner DJ Premier, we started together in, say, like 1988, 89. And before that, I had a couple of records. But at this time in hip-hop, everyone was sampling James Brown, 70s funk. And then when we came, and like people like Tribe Called Quest, Pete Rock, and CL Smooth, other producers like Large Professor, and other guys, they were digging in the crates and finding jazz records and sampling jazz with hip-hop. So this was the era of Gangstar when I came into hip-hop. And then in '93, we decided, myself and DJ Premier, to do some separate projects, you know, but also keep Gangstar together. But 1 year, you know, I'm doing a separate project and he's producing other artists, and then we come back and do Gangstar the year later or whatever. So when this opportunity arose, I said, okay, what I want to do is to protect Gangstar, because they tried to, the media was calling us jazz rap, but I didn't want this for Gangstar. So I said, okay, I am a pioneer of this era of jazz and hip hop era, but I want to actually go and work with the jazz guys who we sample. So instead of sampling, I want to get them to play, you know, to play live to hip hop. So this was the original concept, and to bring generations together, and also to have a chance to work with vocalists that I always want to work with. And the first one was an experiment, and it was kind of ahead of its time, I think. And then in '95, again, I refined the concept even more, and then now with the new one, the Street Soul, it is more reflective of, I think, a whole movement in music and soul music with jazz and hip hop. And Street Soul represents, street represents soul and hip hop. Street represents hip hop and hip hop represents street, and soul represents black music, and black music is soul.
Do you feel yourself last Miles Davis' son?
That is an honor. For me to even be compared to him. Miles Davis was great. He was also one of the prophets, I think, musical prophets, in that he saw that hip-hop and rap music, he saw that it was like jazz. And before he passed away, he worked with hip-hop with my boy Easy Mo B on a project called Bebop. This showed that he was kind of seeing the future. And I think what we are doing is a continuation of his vision, I think. Even the guys I work with, like Donald Byrd and Herbie Hancock, they speak of Miles all the time, you know. And Miles was the type of person, the type of artist who would take a challenge, would take a risk, not so much to stay on one thing, like he liked to do fusion and to make experiment with his music.
Do you miss Miles as a human being?
Oh yeah, I mean, I only had the chance to meet him like once, just shake his hand and get an autograph. But I mean, as far as what he represents in music, yes, I miss him, and we try to carry on his legacy, as well as other performers who have come before us, like Tupac and Biggie. I mean, we try to carry on all the legacies.
In the first Jazzmatazz, hip-hop met jazz. In the second experience, it was reality. Yes. In the third Jazzmatazz, hip-hop met soul. How do you realize this experience?
I always try to do my music to contribute to the times we are living in and what is going on in the music. And I saw a movement of soul, like with all these lyricists and vocalists that I mentioned. You know, like I said, with Angie Stone, Macy Gray, Khalees, Erykah Badu, The Roots, Amel LaRue, Bilal. These are Les Nubian. This is like new soul. Even people like Jill Scott, D'Angelo, people like at the forefront of it, like Sade. You know, this is a strong movement now in music. So I felt like I should make a contribution to that. So this is why I did it. And like I said, street represents hip hop, and soul represents all black music, jazz, R&B, funk, soul, all together. And I just wanted to try to bring it together. And also, then I still went to get a couple of the older guys like Isaac Hayes and Herbie Hancock to bring generations together as well. So that was the concept. And then also I wanted to make the gap smaller between the gangstar hip hop audience and the Jazzmatazz audience. With this album, I bring closer.
Yes, in an interview you said that there's a gap now into the hip hop music. Jazzmatazz complete this gap, do you think?
That's what I'm trying to do. I mean, it's another level. You know, hip hop now is going in many directions. I mean, there's a lot of rock fusion with hip hop, and you know what I do is jazz soul with hip hop. I mean, it's just another evolution of it. So it's just my contribution. That's all. Small contribution.
You know that this Radio Centro Suono, was born 18 years ago and always, in every day, plays music, hip-hop music. What do you want to say to the people who every day listen to Centro Suono?
Well, to everybody who listens to Centro Suono, I want to say, you know, I want to first say thank you for, you know, giving me hospitality here in Rome. To the Italian hip-hop listeners, you know, keep the music alive, keep the culture alive. Music can transcend language barriers. Music transcends racial barriers, international barriers. Music goes everywhere. Music is a healing force. So, you know, this music, this hip-hop and soul music is good for everyone, you know, and I hope tonight they enjoy the concert, and I hope they continue to enjoy Guru's Jazzmatazz in the future, and also Gangstar, because hopefully we come back to do more. Yes, this is Guru, Gifted Unlimited Rhymes Universal, representing Jazzmatazz, Street Soul, Gangstar, right here on Radio Centro Suono. All right? And everybody, keep your radio tuned here, because it's very important what goes on here, and it's good music for the soul, and we hope you enjoy. One love.
Thank you.